Hey guys, this is Jake with Myers Flies. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to tie a very simple little pattern called the France fly, and you're going to see me put a dubbing loop on this collar to finish it off. I'm going to make it real buggy looking. You can just dub it on. If you don't want it so buggy, just dub it on like you would normally dub on your your dubbing. But you can swing this like you would a wet fly. You can drift it, dead drift it along the bottom, just nymphing, and then you could also put it under a dropper like you would a dry dropper setup, and just run this underneath of your dry fly, whatever you're using. So pretty neat little fly, really easy to tie. You can tie in a bunch of different colors. I'll show you a few colors here, brown and gray and black and like an amber color, yellow colors. So whatever works in your area just represents just a basic nymph pattern, but it's a pretty neat little fly, and so let's get into tying that today. Alright guys, here's the finished fly here in the vise. This is in the brown color with the copper tungsten bead. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try to narrate as I go through here for you today instead of the other way I tied a couple of those videos. I'm going to put here in the vise a Firehole 633 in the size 14. So that's the Firehole 633 size 14, and I'm going to put a this Firehole stone. That's their 2.5 millimeter tungsten bead. I'm going to throw a little bit of 0.105 lead there. I put about 5 wraps on there, and again you can modify that. If you want it more heavy, you can use the 2.0. I want to use UTC 140 in the brown color. I'm just going to tie that on. That'll lock that into place there. Lock that lead into place. Got a little bit of Coq de Leon here. Makes great tailing material. It's very tough. It's got the little marks on it. Makes it look barred like the tail. I'm just going to measure that here. Don't want it too long. Usually about the length of the body, maybe a little shorter. So that way I can kind of pull that out there. See here in the back. Maybe make it a little shorter there. Just pull it up. I'll just wrap that up right there behind. Right there behind the where I put the lead in. I'm going to stop that right there. Then I'm going to come in with my Wapsi, the stretch tubing. This is in the micro amber stretch tubing, and I'm just I let it hang out the top there. Pull about a 1.5 inch piece. Doesn't take much. And then right there behind, I'm going to tie it not on the front side here, but on the side facing me. I'm going to tie that in right there behind that lead. And so then I'm going to pull it as I get it locked down. I'm going to pull that tight. Pull that tight. I'm going to wrap that back up to there. So what you want to do is you want to keep that even. Keep that even in there. That's why you want to put that behind that lead so it doesn't bulk up. And then I'm going to unwind my thread a little bit, flatten it out, counter spin it. Then I can kind of come in here and just kind of flatten that transition out a little bit. Not much. Doesn't need much. You see the little carrot shape, thin here at the back, a little broad up here at the front. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't take much. I'm going to take that and I'm going to pull that, and I'm going to wrap away from me. I'm pulling it kind of tight because I want this to be a little flat back here. And as I come up, I'm just backing off the tension. Just backing off that tension there. You can also, if you have a rotary vise, just pop that around. This Regal's not the rotary. It has a rotary function, but it's not a true rotary, and it doesn't work well like that. I'm gonna get that trapped in, and I'm just gonna pull it straight up, just cut that off. Then I'm gonna bring my thread back behind that bead. And I'm gonna take my little tool here. That's just a little little fishing weight there that I made. It works nice for me. I've got the dubbing loop tool. I don't know. I just like this. I'm going to wrap that around. Bring it back up here. Move that out of the way. Now I've got this loop that's forming right here inside of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Sasquatch Pubes dubbing here, and this is in the color Helen. You can see it's marked there. We sell this dubbing on our website. It is awesome stuff. I'm telling you, it is buggy. Doug Clow is a genius madman inventor. Shout out to Doug there at Remix Fly Company. He came up with a really awesome dubbing here. Now I'm just going to flatten that out and put a slip of it up in here. I'm just going to give that a spin and let that spin around. Get on there nice and tight. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to pull out any of those little stragglers that might be there. And I'm just going to wrap that around. This isn't real rocket science here. I'm only going to go around 1 or 2 times. I'm going to preen this back, kind of come right in front of it, and I'll probably get one more wrap in between that bead. Now what I'm going to do is bring my thread back up here. I'm going to get right in between that bead and my dubbing. Just tie that off. You don't want to pull too hard. Then I'm going to pull my string back up here out of the way. And just reach in. Snip that off. Move that out of the way. And that's it, guys. I told you this is easy. And I'm going to go ahead and whip finish here on this. I'm going to try to pull these back. A lot of times I'll put a little drop of super glue on there on those threads. You can kind of come back in with a little bit of hard as nails, if you want. Take your bodkin, just get a little drop, just a little drop on there. That's all you need. But like I said, a lot of times I'll just do that while I'm putting the super glue on. But that's it. Just kind of pull it out there, and if you have any real long stuff sticking out, you can kind of hit that off, kind of trim it with your scissors. You want it to be buggy. You don't want to build this up too much here, because what will happen is you build this up too much, when it lays back flat, you'll just cover your body up. So, but what this does, by putting that dubbing loop on there, it builds up a tight ball of dubbing down here at the bottom, and then these little fibers just kind of hang off. And so when that gets wet, it doesn't really flatten out. It just kind of tucks back a little bit. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, sorry, if you want some of that Sasquatch dubbing, we have 9 colors of it. available here at the shop, MyersFlies.com. So give it a try, and I'll tell you, catch some fish on there. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in every week. We're going to try to put something on for you. Go to MyersFlies.com, check out the website, go to the Myers Flies YouTube page, and subscribe there. Hit the notification button so you'll know when we're getting stuff in. Also Instagram, Facebook, and just trying to be helpful, and hope you like it. Thanks for watching.